Today, we are diving deep into the ESCP Executive MBA. Now, this program is consistently ranked as one of the absolute best in the world, so we're going to break down what makes it so special, from its unique structure and global network, all the way to the potential return on investment for you.
So, let's start with a question. Are you at that point in your career where you just know there's more in the tank? You feel that untapped potential, but you need a new set of tools, maybe a bigger network, to really become that world-class leader you're meant to be? Well, this program positions itself as that exact bridge. All right, let's kick things off with your next career chapter. We're going to look at what this program actually promises to do for your ambitions, and more importantly, whether the numbers really back it up. But let's be real. Any top-tier program can make some pretty big promises, right? The real proof, the thing that cuts through the noise, is always in the numbers. So, how does ESCP actually stack up on the world stage? Let's take a look. First up, and this is a big one, it's ranking. We're talking number 2 worldwide in the 2024 Financial Times Executive MBA rankings. That puts it in a very, very small and exclusive club of elite global business schools. And then there's this number, which, let's face it, is probably the one everyone's looking for, a 114% average salary increase for graduates. I mean, that's not just a little bump. That's a powerful, tangible outcome that speaks volumes about the program's impact on your career. Okay, so the prestige is definitely there. But what about practicality? What about the reality of fitting a demanding program like this into an already packed life? That is a huge hurdle for any executive. Let's see how ESCP tackles this head-on. And this is where things get really interesting. Look at the level of control you have. You get to decide on the duration, anywhere from 18 to 34 months. You can pick from 6 different international campuses for your courses. And you choose how you learn, in person, fully online, or blend of both. It seems the program really does bend to fit your life, not the other way around.
The whole curriculum is built on these 4 pillars. You start with 10 core courses to build that solid, comprehensive foundation. Then you get to really make it your own with 10 electives. On top of that, you get this incredible global perspective with 5 international seminars, and it all culminates in a massive, hands-on consultancy project.
But, an MBA isn't just about the classes. A huge part of the value is the people you're in the room with, your network. It's as much about who you learn with as what you learn. So let's pull back the curtain on who you'd actually be learning alongside. Take a look at this snapshot from the class of 2022. Sure, there's a strong base from Western Europe, but look at the mix. You've got significant representation from Eastern Europe, Africa, the Middle East, Asia, South America. This is a truly global microcosm right there in the classroom. And here's the number that really drives that home. An average of 35 different nationalities in one class. Just stop and imagine the conversations, the different ways of thinking, the perspectives you'd be exposed to every single day. And you're not learning with people fresh out of college. The average age is 38. These are your peers, established professionals, leaders who have already been out there navigating complex challenges and bringing real-world wisdom to the table. Combine that with an average of 13 years of work experience in the room. Suddenly, the person sitting next to you, from a different industry and a different continent, is just as much a source of learning as the professor. The peer-to-peer value here is just immense. And hey, don't just take my word for it. Here's what an alum, Maureen Moeller, had to say. She says the community empowers one to find impactful solutions. That really speaks to that collaborative, powerful environment, doesn't it? Okay, so we've got this diverse, super experienced group of people. How does the curriculum actually equip them to make an even bigger impact? Well, the focus seems to be less on dusty old theory and more on handing you a practical toolkit you can literally use at work on Monday morning. So here's that toolkit again, broken down. You've got the 10 core courses for that solid bedrock of business knowledge. Then, with over 50 electives to choose from, you can really carve out a path that matches your personal ambitions. The 5 international seminars give you that critical, on-the-ground view of global markets, and then you apply it all by solving a real-world business case. And that final piece, the ICP, is basically the capstone for the entire experience. For a full year, you and a multicultural team are thrown into the deep end, working with a real company to solve one of their biggest strategic challenges. This is where theory gets put to the ultimate test. Which brings us to the bottom line.
Any MBA is a significant investment of your time, your energy, and of course, your money. So let's be crystal clear about the return on that investment and the path to actually getting in.
This table lays it all out pretty transparently. You see the tuition fee, listed at 88,000 euros for the upcoming intakes, but then you weigh that against that 114% average salary increase we talked about. And look at that satisfaction score. A 9.3 out of 10 is incredibly high. Plus, it's really important to note they offer scholarships and financing to help make it happen.
And if you're wondering, well, how do I even get in? They've made the path really clear. It's a straightforward 6-step process, no guessing games. From that first assessment all the way to getting a decision just 1 week after your interview, it's designed to be a clear path forward.
So there you have it. We've looked at the world-class ranking, the incredible flexibility, the powerful global network, and the proven results. Which really just leaves one big question for you to think about. What would your transformation look like?
And for anyone who wants to explore that question further, the university's suggested next step is a personalized call. You can find all the details to set that up on their website, escp.eu/MBA.